Like it. Speaking of getting down and dirty and keeping it all the way real
and keeping it coming,
we're gonna bring him to you live from the Steel City. You know what I mean? Himself, man, Mr. Real Deal. Real Deal, what's cracking?
What's poppin', man? What's going down, fellas?
Oh man, ain't nothing, man. You know, you kind of like, you know, it ain't no kind of like you're a friend to the show, but you know, this is your first time formally really rocking out with us, man. What's good with you, bro?
Yeah.
Oh man, just chilling, man. Trying to brave the elements for a couple brews. You know what I mean?
Oh man, if not, why not, man? You know what I mean? If not, why not? Off top,
there
man.
You go.
You know, off top, man. I want you to let the people know, man, because we got a worldwide audience around here, man. I want you to let the people know off top, man, who is Real Deal.
Man, I'm just the MC from the Berg, man, trying to get in where I fit in, you know what I'm saying? Just grinding, man, trying to do it the legit way. You know what I mean? Keeping my mouth shut, man, and just letting the bar speak for himself, you know what I mean?
For sure, man. You know what I mean? You know, I see you been, you know, grinding a lot, man, lately, man. I see it don't matter who it is, man, you know, small or tall, you know, opponent. You getting in the ring with him, man. I see you putting in a lot of work, man. What's going on?
Tell you what, man, just trying to, with the way battling is nowadays, man, stay relevant, man, and stay fresh in people's minds, because that hiatus shit is not cutting it, man. I think, like 3-4 years ago, you know, like a big battler might, you know, take a couple months hiatus, 4 months, and, you know, people be like, where is he at? You know, so the demand is bigger, but, man, the floodgates have opened. So, you know what I mean? And you know, it don't matter who, man. I just love I love going to other people's cities, man, seeing what they're about, man, taking, you know what I mean, I don't want to say like whoever, like I'm in the streets just battling anybody, but, you know, everybody deserves the same shot that somebody gave you before, you know what I mean? So
Right. So what you saying is you calling out a couple names of people that take hiatuses, man. They acting like divas out here, man. You got some people. This is the Gunline Battlegrounds show.
I just think it, you know what I mean, it used to, like, maybe a year or two ago, even up to then, you know what I mean, like, people would just be waiting, I can't wait till, you know, like, Iron steps back in the ring, or I can't wait to see No Can step back in the ring, but, and not to say that still, you know, people don't still think about stuff like that when battlers take hiatuses, but now, you know, it's bigger than that. There's not like, you know, 10, 15, 20 battle rappers that are just ringing so many bells. I mean, it's just, if you sleep for a minute, you know what I mean, you got somebody like, you know what I mean, Disaster or SoCon who's just tearing heads off out there in different venues and different places, man. People gonna forget about you, you know what I mean? So gotta stay relevant, man, and try to grind, man, try to gain my fan base the only way I know how, you know what I mean?
Right. Hey, man, you've been doing this thing for a minute, so, you know what I mean, your fan base can't be short by a long, you know what I mean, by a long shot. So, with that being said, we're going to get right into it, you know what I mean? And I'm going to name a few battle rapper names, past people that you done battled, you know what I mean? And you give us a thought and your input, you know what I mean? You know how we do it here. I say they name.
Absolutely.
I say they name, and you put them to shame.
It's like a game show. It's like a game show around here. You know what I mean? We say the name, and you gotta bust your gun.
And let me say this before I start too, man. When I was doing my research on you, man, you had a lot of battles. You was one of the dudes. It was crazy. Like I can't. I know I ain't gonna be able to call them all because we might have to keep this interview moving.
You know what's crazy too, man, is one thing that people don't. You know what I mean? Because Pittsburgh's such a small spot. You know, as opposed to like a New York or an LA is, man, I've been battling like over the beats, you know what I'm saying, like, and by no means am I saying like I was the shit before Grind Time or anything. Grind Time for sure put me on in the battle circuit we're in now, but you know, I had went to Scribble, you know what I mean, twice.
We're gonna get into that. And even with that being said, if anything, I think that's a plus or a feather in your hat that you was able, you know what I'm saying, to be in the game that long and evolve from the Scribbles and, you know what I mean, so on and so forth, and still be present right now. So, you know what I mean, I'm going to start calling them, man. I'm going back.
Satire.
Satire, you know what I mean? I'm going to keep it on her, man. Satire's dope, but I got out on him in 3. You know what I mean?
Right.
Okay. But I'm telling you, man, I'm going to be a hunter, man. He's definitely one of the toughest people I've battled, man. Like,
okay.
You know what I mean? Witty, clever, you know what I mean?
We moving on. Complex.
Oh, Complex. That was up in New York, man. I fuck with Complex on the music tip, man, but that one, yeah, that was me in 3, man. That was me. I made it a point to knock the obvious route with dude. I didn't hit him with any fat jokes or anything like that. You know what I mean? So I tried to go more to the New York crowd. So
I'm gonna take it back on you. You versus the SARUS at Scribble Jam.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it 100, man. I got washed. I ain't even gonna fuck.
Okay.
Hey, I'm not even gonna fucking bullshit with you, man. I got taken to the woodshed, and you know what I mean.
All right, well, redeem yourself. The SARUS at Grizzlemania 2.
Damn, that was, you know what I mean. That was, you know what I mean.
I know that was a judge battle, but you know what I'm saying. In my eyes, you know what I'm saying. I don't think it should have even went to an overtime. So with that being said, this the Gunline Battlegrounds. You know, no disrespect to them judges, but you can make it official, man. What happened?
Right.
I'll be honest, man. Like, to keep it 100, man, I did like. I liked his first round definitely better than my first round. I thought his first round was probably the best first round I heard. I did think that, like, content-wise and angle-wise, that my 2 and 3 were better than his 2 and 3. You know what I mean? So, like, coming down to that, I mean, I don't think, like, 2 and 3 I bodied him, but I think I took 2 and 3. He definitely took 1. And overtime became subjective, but overtime, like I said, his angle wasn't fresh, but the way he did it was so funny, so good. You know what I mean? I could see someone going with it, but, you know what I mean? If you know, it's hard to say unbiased, because, like, and say, if I judge that battle, it's fucking, I'm in it. But I thought I probably had the better of 2 of the 3. So,
okay.
But yeah, we don't cry over spilled milk. You know what I'm saying? We just keep it moving.
Right,
Fuck it.
moving. 9DM.
9DM. Another dude that I noticed that he worked extra hard, man, because he switched his style up, which I could fuck with, man. But 9DM was another dope dude out of Vancouver. Got out on the 3X, got a car stereo. That's the deal, man. So that ain't a bad thing at all. But I did appreciate his approach, man. Anyway, you know, we try to switch his style and use personals, but you know what I mean.
Taking it back again, man. A. Shaw.
Oh man, that's I'm gonna keep looking for Gunline Battlegrounds. I'm gonna be 100%, man. That was my first grind time battle. The whole drive up there, I'm like, damn, you know, because Sonny Bamboo told me this dude beat Rhyme Fest, okay, in a freestyle battle. I'm like, fuck, you know what I mean? What if I go up there and get washed? I'm like, man, this dude's gonna, you know what I mean? Blowing a little 100,000 thoughts racing in my head, shit. This dude shows up like 8 hours late, not 8 hours, that's like 4 hours late to his own city, and you know, A Shaw, like, no diss, but he just shows up like he just hopped off, he had a Marshall Falk for the Colts jersey, and it wasn't a throwback, it was real crazy, and he was just like, and you know, I think he spit first, maybe I spit first, but as soon as he rapped, and he was just kind of like, totally freestyling, and I was just like, oh man, this is cool, you know what I mean? So yeah, he's one of the ones that, you know what I mean, the species of the freestyler, the scribble MC, they died off, and he didn't evolve, you know what I mean? But it was mad funny about that, because the Asia shit, I'm like, damn, you know, Sonny's like, yo, he beat me before, and he beat Rhyme Fest, and I'm like, oh, and I click on his picture, he's the most plain looking motherfucker you'd ever see in your life. You walk into a college frat house, there's 58 Shaws there doing keg stands and shit. I'm like, oh man. So I was nervous as shit, man. But after that, man, yeah, that was probably easily the easiest one I had.
Okay, Johnny Storm.
Johnny Storm got out on me, man. I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna be extra honest, man. I'm gonna keep it extra real, man. We went to OT in New York, and I lost 3 judges to 2. And they said that Murder Mook was like, I'm gonna give it to dude, and he pointed to me, and then he said Storm or something. So it was real close, but I'm gonna be real. I thought dude got me in 3, man. He was the first dude who really brought out some dope angles, and you know, he was the first that people since him have rehashed his same angles, man. I was just, you know what I mean? It wasn't my strongest performance either on Mono, but I'd say, dude, if I was to give it, and 3, I don't think that he bodied me, but I definitely think he got the better of them 3. But I thought maybe my overtime was a little bit stronger than his, but you know what I mean? That's one I'll proudly be honest, you know what I mean?
Okay. What about Fresco?
Fresco's my dude, man, but you know what? As much as he likes to deny and be mad, man, Fresco, you my homie, man, but I teed off on you, man. Let's be honest. The funny thing is, man, about Fresco is that, like, he's from Rockford, which is like an hour by Chicago, and the Chicago crowd just didn't give him no love. And Fresco, like, I tried to use my whole first round to, like, break down, you know, how he rose up in this battle scene or whatnot. And yeah, that battle, like, that was probably one of my least creative battles. But yeah, Fresco, man, he was mad. He was pissed off about it, man. But Fresco's one of them dudes, man. I would definitely give a rematch to someday for sure, whenever. You know what I mean? He's nice with it, but.
All right, before I take you overseas, man, come on, Cortez.
Cortez is my dude, buddy. I watched that dude, man, for sure, man.
Deal with it.
Cortez is my dude, man, but he come down to Florida. He wasn't fucking with me, man. And I'm telling you, he's another dude. I mean, he's another dude. I'd go up to New York and battle Cortez, man. I fuck with him. I like his hustle a lot.
Rematch?
He can for sure, man. You know what I mean? For sure. But he's dope. He has some good patterns and shit, man. But you know what I mean? He might have got round 1, but I know that was one he hated to take, man. Cause you know, you don't like to lose to somebody that don't talk a bunch of shit. You know what I mean?
Like I said, man, your history is extensive, man. I still want to get in a couple more. Like I said, man, we're going to go to the king of the dot, man. Low Pesci right quick.
Pesci shit was so crazy, man, because Pesci, you know, is another dude I'm cool with. And I thought I was definitely, you know what I mean, had the better of him for the first 2 rounds anyway. And then this weird shit happened where he just choked and didn't rap for like 7 minutes. And they were, and he pulled his phone. Yeah, and he pulled his phone out, and it was real crazy. And I was just like, damn, only just freestyle, like, take it back. Because Pesci's around my age, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, we're in the same generation, man. Just freestyle that shit. So then it comes out that he choked. He was saying he choked intentionally to, like, it's weird shit, man. It's weird. Either way, I liked my performance for, like, majority of that battle, and I definitely thought, you know what I mean, I probably had the upper hand regardless, but I think that the battle could have been better had some shit like that, weird shit, whether it be intentional or not, had not happened. I'm not somebody that, in my head, celebrates when someone else chokes. I think, like, damn, this is awkward for people to watch. It's awkward for me to watch. And, you know what I mean? There's views just going away, and there's whatever pub going away from that. You know what I mean?
All right.
So
we got Definition. Don't flop.
Definition is cool because I this is my first extended round. Was my third round was 2 minutes, and that's one thing I wanted to touch on with you guys because I'm definitely gonna extend rounds a little bit more. But Definition had a really good third round, man. He had a lot of tight shit. He hung with me, you know what I mean. A lot of good concepts, a lot of good punchlines, his themes that he used were used already, but he did some good shit with it. You know what I mean? But I think at the end of the day, he focused probably a little bit too hard on the bars and less on the angles himself. You know what I mean? It's probably already. But I ended up getting him too. Yeah. So
for sure. So with that being said, since we took you around to the different leagues that you've been in, you know, since we always ask, you know, people the question between, you know, what's the difference between Grind Time and URL, I want to ask you, you know, in your eyes, what's the difference between all of the different leagues? You know what I mean? Break it down for me in little or more words if you can. You know, the difference in the Grind Time, the URL, the King of the Dot, as well as the Don't Flop leagues.
I think one of the things it seems like to me is that Grind Time, a lot of their battlers, a lot of their top battlers evolved from like that Scribble scene, and that some of them more so that backpacker-esque scene, you know what I mean? Where URL, a lot of their dudes have come straight from the, you know, and the smacks to the fight clubs and everything. I think they both have shit that's really, really ill, and they both have shit that they can work on. You know what I mean? I think that the main difference, one difference is the crowds, man. Like, URL crowds, I mean, no knock on any other crowd. URL crowds got some goons, man. They got some, you know what I mean? There's some real ass, not to say that at Grind Time events there's not, but Grind Time events, I think, have more of like, you know what I mean, a mesh. Whereas URL, you know what I mean, there's some, you know what I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, you know, from the people that I talk to, there's some motherfuckers that ain't playing in the URL crowds, you know what I mean? And I think URL crowds are people think are tougher, but I don't think tougher, man. I just think they demand more. I think Grind Time crowds are more courteous, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? They're so die hard. They go to so many of these events and shit, so they, you know what I mean? They're not as ready to jump the gun and boo on somebody. But as far as the rappers themselves go, I think URL rappers, from what I gathered, and like I said, a lot of Grind Time rappers have made the crossover. I think they're more about, you know what I mean, their main theme is rapping good, having good bars. Like, regardless if you can apply their bars to a lot of different people, if the shit's hot, the shit's hot. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they're just like, I'm gonna come for 3 minutes with some of the hottest shit. Of course, you know, I know who I'm battling. You know, I'll sprinkle some shit about him. Whereas I think Grind Time is more tedious a lot, you know what I mean? So they'll break it down, you know, and sometimes that's really tight, you know what I mean? When you could break down like, yo, my man, you know, he claims hood, but he lives in blah, blah, blah. Sometimes it's kind of corny, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and that's the thing, like, that's the same drawback for URL. Sometimes if you got like, you know, Hollow to Dawn bars in the URL, and you just, everything you're saying is just like, damn, that shit's hot, you know? But if you're just saying some old run-of-the-mill cornball shit...
Let me ask you this. Will we see you on URL?
Absolutely, man. I'm going to get over there for a battle for sure, man.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, and taking it, you know, a little broad, like, you know, speaking on the King of the Dot and the Don't Flop leagues, like, is it a big difference in those leagues from the leagues that's right here in the States?
It's not, man. It's really, it's almost like, I don't want to say it's like a Grind Time England or a Grind Time Canada because they do their own thing, but I cannot, like, how much work my dude Organic has put in Canada. They got a battle up there right now this weekend with Arsenal.
Right, and
PH is up there. Man, the work that dude has put in to bring his company up, because the minute, you know, a lot of, and I'll be honest, the minute I tell a lot of, you know, people like, yo, you gotta check this battle out, you know, these Canadian dudes are like, Canadian, you know what I mean? It's such a, you know what I mean? Canadian battle rap, for real? But right. He has literally blown it up and made such great events, and anything that they have criticized, he's taken into account. Okay, my camera works down, boom, I'm bringing in this dude Avocado, we're doing high def. Alright, you know what I mean? The venue looks kind of shitty, boom, I got the, you know what I mean? So, I can't say enough. I'll tell you what, I think as far as organization, pub, and everything they got going right now, and my allegiance, I love Grind Time, I think King of the Dot might be the best battle league out right now. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I think Don't Flop is grinding and working. I didn't even notice, but when I battled Definition, this cat Tinchy Strider was a judge. Nah, you know, I don't know. But I guess my man over there has got some like #1 hip hop hits, and I guess it would be like the equivalent of like a, you know, like a Wiz judging a battle in Grind Time or something, you know?
Okay.
And I was like, damn, that shit's hot. You know what I mean? So my man is definitely doing it big, and he's bringing more dudes over, and you know, he's building their fan base up. But right now, I think King of the Dot. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. So, you know, now it's time to cut the political bullshit. You know, with the people. You know, real deal, man. Now I want to know about this battle that you just had last weekend, man. You know, you and Mo Dirty, man. What took place in the D?
Oh man, I'm gonna tell you what. You know, first of all, it was at the St. Andrews Center, which was tight, man. It was, you know, kind of weird, but it was where they filmed the 8 Mile joint. The shit, Quest had this shit packed. You know, Canava from D12 was there. Matt, Young Miles, Big T, all them dudes. You know, URL cats came through. GRINDTIME cats. The crowd was packed, and they was rough. They demanded that people be tight, man. If you fuck up a little, they ain't trying to hear a boo. You know what I mean? It was raining on motherfuckers, so it's a good crowd to be in if you want to know where you stand. You know what I mean? This crowd wasn't sugarcoat shit, bullshit and shit. So Mo, you know, being from Detroit, you know, he had a good amount of people out there, man. But they showed me mad love, man. Crazy love.
I don't want you to give it away. I just wanted you to just, you know, drop a little line about it or whatever, you know, just what you basically just now did, man. You know, I want the people to, you know, I know we ain't gonna wait too long for it, so I mean, it'll be out soon, I know. You know what I mean? You know, fucking with D-Rec and them, man, that joint will be up real soon, you dig?
Yeah. No, it was, and then like I said, it was 3-minute rounds too, so 3-minute rounds, you know what I mean? So that, I mean, that, and not like I'm trying to prove anything with that, but I just, it's a different side of me, man. I think people will fuck with it, man. I wanted to do a little bit more rapping, man. You know what I mean? A little bit more. When 1-minute rounds, you gotta, man, everything's gotta be a haymaker. You know what I mean? I just want to let myself breathe a little bit.
Right.
So,
right.
You know what I mean?
Right. So I mean, you know, that's what's up, man. We looking forward to that. And you know, I know you've been around the world and back on this battle shit, man. Give me your top 5 active battle rappers right now.
Yeah, let me go. Hollis Dawn is absolutely in the top 5. Pat Stay, without a doubt, is in my top 5. I'm gonna go with Soul Khan.
Okay.
Is definitely in my top 5. All 3 of them so far. Never drop a battle. I'm gonna say Math Hoffa.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna say shit. Is Iron considered active?
I mean, he just battled Ness, so I mean, I guess so. Yeah, I would assume. Yeah.
I'm gonna say Iron, and if I can't have Iron, let me go with either AYE-VERB or Diz.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with either AYE-VERB or Disaster on that last spot. That's a fucking dog power right there.
Okay.
But,
okay, I mean, you know, that's respectable. It wasn't supposed to be in no particular order or nothing, but you know what I mean, you know, but that's definitely a respectable 5 right there. Or, you know, a 5+2, you dig?
Right. Yeah, I didn't want to rattle off 100 names, but yeah, you know what I mean? All 3 of them dudes, though, man, I've never seen a battle where I was like, damn, this shit's kind of trash, or you know what I mean? Or they didn't really, you know what I mean? So.
Right. So who's next for Real Deal?
Well, I got these 2-on-2 tournaments. I'm going back up to Canada, man, try to win some cheddar. But since we got
not to cut you, I'm glad you spoke on that because that was something that got past me. I had that written down to ask you. You probably the first. No, I wouldn't say the first, but I wanted you just to elaborate on participating in the 2-on-2 Jones because you know that's something that's far and few, and a lot of people ain't hip to it. You know, and I think it's something hot. You know. So, like I said, it crossed my mind definitely when we asked you about the Fresco John, because I know that's your tag team partner. So, elaborate on the 2-on-2 briefly for me.
Well, we did I've done a couple 2-on-2s before, but we did a 2-on-2 at Grizzle tournament. You know what I mean, with the chance to win some cash at the end.
Right.
And basically, just overall, man, I think it's cool. The result of the battle is never as important. A little less stress, a little bit more crowd entertainment shit. But I think when you do 2-on-2s nowadays, you know, because they obviously have the whole WRCs and everything, I want to see some shit that's outside of the box. You know what I mean? I feel like I did a 2-on-2, me and my dude Ron. That's good Philly folk right there. Me and my dude Ron did a 2-on-2. And I think our bars was cool and everything. We just didn't do anything too creative, man. That's one thing I regretted. So when me and Fresco, we was down there, we did a 2-on-2, which is actually up on Andy Milanakis' channel.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
We did all kinds of shit. Like we just fucking singing and tagging in, and just because it's a 2-on-2, it's more laid back. You're not trying to crush the other person's career. You're just trying to make an ass out of them, prove you got better bars or whatever. You know what I mean? So.
Okay. Solid.
That's a decent perspective to look at it from. I like that.
Yeah.
But as far as who's next, like I said, man, I definitely foresee a URL battle in the future here. I tell you what, man, I didn't even think about it too much till like this past week. I wouldn't mind battling like a Big T. I wouldn't mind battling, man, for sure. So that's somebody I would definitely get in the ring with. One of them St. Louis dudes, definitely, like, I know, Hitman just did his Arsenal joint, so he's pretty big up, I guess, right now. But Young Ill, definitely. CALICOE, I took a shot at CALICOE, so you'll see that in his hometown. You know what I mean? So any one of them dudes.
So you ready to come down the Turnpike? Because, we about to launch the Gunline Battlegrounds. You know what I mean? So we're going to need you down here on the Turnpike. We probably can make one of those happen for you.
That would be hot, man. That would be hot. I haven't been on that side since that Red Bull stuff, man. That Red Bull MC shit, man. I definitely would love to get down that ways, man, for sure.
All right, well, yeah, definitely, man. We're going to make some phone calls and see what's crack-a-lacking, man. So, before we get up out of here, man, let the people know how they can get at you, man, what music you working on. I know you sent me a couple of these bombers right here, you know what I mean? I'm going to get into them as soon as we close out, So, let the people know how they can get at you and, producers, where they can send beats to and all of that. You dig?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Any producers, you could always send beats. Real Deal Renaissance at yahoo.com. Renaissance spelled RENAISSANCE. You could Twitter me. It's Real Deal PGH. You can always hit me up on the Reverb Nation. You can get at me on Facebook. I'm not one of these rappers that are like forgot they have a government. It's Trevor Weller. So you can get on me, get at me on Facebook for sure. I got my projects going to be coming out, man, within the next 2 months, man. I had to push it back a bunch of times, man, but the Working Man's MC, it's going to be crazy, man. I got production and features from all over, man. I got some shit, from Engineer, some shit from Nestle, Philip Drummond, production-wise. My man Huggy, E-Dan, who does some tracks and shit for Wiz. I got, features from Icon and Mike King. That's good people out there, out your way. You know what I mean? We got Poison Pen, Blessed Joint, Sunny Band. So it's going to be really, really, really tight, man. I'm going to drop that. And, definitely get out me. Huge shout-out to you guys, man. Keystone State Brothers for sure. And Go Steelers, because they're about to spray shit on the Jets this weekend. Crazy out here in Pittsburgh, man. We got a little grind time event this Saturday, too. So make sure if you are in the Pittsburgh area or if you're anywhere near, man, we got a grind time event at the Shadow Lounge, 5:30 to 9:30. Shit's going to be really tight.
Who on that card?
We got my man Andari. If you haven't checked this dude out from the DMV, he's super nice. My dude Animal from Pittsburgh. My dude Broker from Pittsburgh. They're both battling. There's this dude Clutch, who's real nice. He's from out Colorado. He's got a couple hot battles. He's coming out and doing a couple joints for us. We got this cat Hood, Oxymoron, this cat Dallas. So it's a lot of Ohio cats. Like I said, DMV cats, you know what I mean? But it's gonna be hot, man. We got about 11, 12 battles going down, you know what I mean? So there's gonna be some shit to check out, man. And like I said, I appreciate you guys having me for sure, man.
For sure, man. Keep us posted, man. Let us know, man, so we can definitely hold you down and hold the league down and all of that, man, when those battles drop.
My dude, man, appreciate it big time, bro.
For sure, man. I'm about to get into a couple of these bangers, man. You sent me Burning, and you sent me this joint with Sunny Bamboo, man. I'm about to get into them, man. Let alone we gonna get into one of your classic battles, man. Keep us locked, man. You'll see. You dig?
My man. Hey, be easy, man, for sure, bro.
All right.
All right, my dude.
All right, one.